Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Logan and today we're going to do another video with Learn from My Mistakes Part 2. Last time I did some sealed products where I went throughout history and you're going to learn from my mistakes. If you're interested, go watch that video. So now we're going to talk about some raw cards and I'm going to tell you why you need to learn from my mistakes and we'll go through previous years and stuff like that. But yeah, let's kind of get right back into it. First up, we got Bubble Mew. So when I say learn from my mistakes, so I've been back into collecting since 2019. So I was here for the COVID boom. A lot of you guys are pretty new into the hobby. You might not know what really happened during the COVID boom, but everything kind of went crazy, especially for vintage. Modern wasn't, I mean, it was crazy, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't really that expensive during COVID. And then the COVID crash, when it came to Pokemon, it was insane. It was so cheap. Everything was below MSRP. It was what a time to be alive, basically. But when you think about that, let me give you some statistics. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't say that word. So let's look at Evolving Skies. Just the example. The Moonbreon. Obviously, everybody knows it's like around $2,000 to give or take right now, okay? But back then, when it was dirt cheap, Moonbreon wasn't even the most expensive card in the set. It was actually the Rayquaza VMAX. That was the most expensive card in the set. So it's kind of crazy to think about that, how big of a gap there is now for the Umbreon. But in a PSA 10 back then, it was going for like $550, and now we saw the heights get to almost $4,000, if not over $4,000. So that kind of all happened after those Sword and Shield sets went out of print. So I'm going to give you some examples of some cards and some sets that go out of rotation, out of print in April. So here in 4 months, most of these cards, if not all of them, are going to be out of rotation. The sealed products will be. So usually when that happens, there's going to be a bump in some of these products. And a lot of these are already coming down. So this could be, it could be a perfect storm for buying right now. So first up, we're going to talk about the Bubble Mew. Sorry, kind of got off track right there. My dog is barking in the background. Sorry if you can hear that. But Bubble Mew, we saw the heights of over $700 right now. Market price is right around $500. The lowest listed from a reputable seller at $470 near mint. I mean, that's under $500, guys. So it's dropped over $200. Probably close to $300 because even it's as high as sell was over $700. There was some that was selling pretty mid $700. So we're talking about a $300 drop for the Bubble Mew, mascot of the Scarlet and Violet era, which we saw with Moonbreon, with Rayquaza, then you got the Giratina, Gengar. You see what they are now, and everybody's like, oh man, duh. But if you're new in the game, you don't know that even for Fusion Strike, the Gengar wasn't even the most expensive card in the set. It was the Espeon that was the most expensive. And now you see the gap from that. So now if you're new, you're like, duh, that was a no-brainer buy. Why didn't you guys buy? And we're like, well, we didn't think about it. Or I didn't, at least, because I was a stupid kid. And I didn't know better. But now I know better. So, like I said, Paldean Fates goes out of rotation in April. So this could be, like I said, a perfect storm of buying. You're down at least $250 from the previous high. And it's Chase card, Shiny Mew, awesome card. So, perfect storm right there. Next up, another perfect storm, the Charizard from the same set from Paldean Fates. That chart just looks weird. Can we get a 6-month chart? Okay. So the high market price was $313, high sale $375. Now we're about $236. Lowest listed $215 basically for the Charizard EX. So we're about $150 from the previous high of the Charizard SAR from Paldean Fates. Again, same reasoning with the Bubble Mew. It's a Charizard, and it's a pretty good Charizard. It's not my favorite from the Scarlet and Violet era, but it's not the worst by any means necessary. So when you get this perfect storm, again, I'm gonna keep repeating that, how it's dropping already while it's about to go out of print. It could be a good time to buy. Gardevoir, same thing right here from Paldean Fates. It got up to $145, high sell $177. Now we're looking at about $115 card. Yeah, lowest listed from reputable sellers, $115 for the Gardevoir. So it's gone down $30, so nothing too drastic. But It's still down from its all-time high. It goes out of rotation here shortly. Like I said, it's the theme of the day. We're gonna learn from my mistakes because I was not thinking about this stuff in the previous Sword and Shield era. Next up, Charizard from 151. This card is dumb cheap right now. It's kind of bouncing back right now. It was down to almost $200, and now we're about to 240. That's Chinese. Reputable seller is 250 now for the Charizard SIR from 151. It's kind of bouncing back right now, but if still from its all-time high, from its previous high, it was 300. High sell price 440. It's kind of ridiculous, but it was over $300 for sure. Pretty much for a decent point in time. But like I said, down 50, 60 bucks from its all-time high in the market. 151, we all know, most iconic set in the Scarlet and Violet era, but I guess prismatic you could say. But 151 is kind of where everybody's heart goes to. Next up, we got the Blastoise. I think this card is super, super cheap right now. Obviously, there's a lot of them out there, and there's a lot of just. But look at this. It got up to $97. High sell price 170. That's kind of crazy too. But now it's like 70 bucks. Lowest listed from reputable seller, 70 bucks, $71 for the Blastoise SIR. I mean, $71 for a Blastoise SIR, and it has like the evolution line with Squirtle and Wartortle as well. I really don't, like I said, I think this could be a good time to buy with all this stuff going out of rotation here surely. Sure, can they release stuff? It's not, when it's said out of rotation, it's like reprints, but there can be like small restocks. But when it comes to Paladin Fates, 151, the top sets, what are small restocks really gonna do with those top end sets? Because everybody's like, small restock. This could be the last time to get it at this price point because this could be the last restock they do. People might think they're going to reprint it forever and ever and ever and ever, and then the faucet's turned all the way off. They thought that with Evolutions, thought that with Hidden Fates, thought that with Crown Zenith. They thought that with all the major top fan favorite sets, and eventually it all comes to a halt. So, like I said, while it's down and going out of rotation, it could be a perfect time to buy. Venusaur is the same thing as well. Got up to about over $100, $170 high sell price. Looking at about a $75 card from a reputable seller. So, like I said, not bad. Obviously, these are great cards. And it's the original 151. Zapdos, my favorite card from the set, is also... Everything is down right now, guys. Like I said, this is normally the time to buy when stuff is down. And now you fuse it with it going out of print while it's dropping in price. It's like I keep saying that. I'm sorry I keep saying that. But it is kind of a perfect storm right now. Lowest listed right now with the Zapdos is $66 basically after shipping. And the previous high was about $100, I'm pretty sure, market price. It got up to 95. Okay, but the high sell price was 125. So it's down $30 basically from its all-time high on market. Next up, Alakazam. Same thing. All-time high was about $60. Now we're in the mid-40s probably. Lowest listed reputable seller is $43 basically. So we're down $20 or so from Alakazam. I think Zapdos is my favorite card. I think this is probably one of the more underrated cards in the set. It's just the kind of the detail on Alakazam and the physics, the chemistry that goes along with it. I really do enjoy the Alakazam, but like I said, it's down pretty decent for how cheap it is. It's down pretty big right now. Next up, I threw this card in because this is probably personal bias, but Paradox Rift is in that first quarter block. And we have seen this card go up pretty drastically. Got up to $70. High sell price was $91 for this Altaria SIR. It's a beautiful card in person if you ever see it. The texture really pops off the blue. It looks really, really nice. It got down to 35. Got bounced back up to about 47. And now we're in the 40s. Low 40s again. Lowest listed reputable seller is basically $40 for the Altaria SIR. But like I said, the high was 70. So... this one, like I said, was a personal bias because I really do enjoy this card, but it is down for a decent amount. I guess it's comparing it, but it's down probably like $30, $40 from its all-time market price. Next up, Pidgeot. from Obsidian Flames SIR. This one, another one. The texture really pops on that blue. I don't really know how they did it, but for this card specifically, that blue looks fake almost. Obviously it's fake, but you guys know what I'm saying. It pops off insanely well on this card itself. From the previous high for the Pidgeot, what was the year high? It got up to about $17, and now we're probably $10, $11. So it's not that big of a drop, but Obsidian Flames, it's an original 151 Pokemon SIR. It's going out of rotation here shortly. Wouldn't hurt just to pick one up. And like I said, I really do enjoy this card. Like I said, but these two, the Altaria and the Pidgeot, were kind of personal bias because I really enjoy looking at these cards. So now the big boys, the IRs. Obviously, we went through all the SIRs that I really wanted to talk about that are going out of rotation that I think could be good price points to jump in on. Next up, Magikarp, illustration rare from Paldea Evolved. Obviously, everybody knows this card. Everybody knows. It got up to basically $400. Market price, high sell price was $555. Now we're looking. Lowest listed from a reputable seller. Those are all Japanese, Chinese. Is that $250 right there? Lowest listed reputable seller? I'm pretty sure that's the English copy at $250. Yeah, so $250 is the lowest listed right now. It's basically cut in half from a reputable sellers from its all-time highs. It's Shinji Kanda. It's, again, one of the most iconic cards from the Scarlet and Violet era. It is really a super cool artwork if you really look at it. Now that people know there's a whole Gyarados right here, just kind of staring at you, say hi, how you doing? But again, one of the mascots of the Scarlet and Violet era goes out of rotation in 4 months. So, and it's Shinji Kanda. It's got the good makings. And there are a lot of Magikarp and Gyarados fans out there. So it's got the good makings of it could get a bump once everything kind of turns off and everything goes out of rotation. Same thing with the Groudon, guys. So we saw all-time highs of the Groudon about 110, high sell price of 153. It's kind of been going up and down, and we're in the downs right now. A lowest listed reputable seller is basically $70 for a Groudon. That's high sell price of 153, high market price 110 basically. What did I say? $70. So that's $40 drop off for probably, when it comes to straight artworks for illustration rares, this is probably a top 3, top 5 illustration rare in the whole Scarlet and Violet era. It's an amazing card. I've never had my chance to pull it, but I got respect for this card a lot. It's a great card to look at. So like I said, going out of rotation, good price point. It's already dropped $40. Could be a good time to jump in. Next up, Tyranitar. Is this by the same artworks? Is this by the same artist? I think it is. Or am I tripping? Sorry, one more time. Oh, it is. Yeah. So these are by the same artist. It makes sense. They kind of do look the same. But Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved. All-time high was at $80. The all-time high. Yeah. So we got to 81.28 market price, all-time high. High sale price was $94 basically. And now it is lowest listed reputable seller. It's about $54. So it's $30, $35 from its all-time high that has dropped. And it's a great artwork. Again, one of the top illustration rares from the Scarlet and Violet era. Maybe a good time to jump in. Next up, the Sleepy Raichu, again from Paldea Evolved. Paldea Evolved obviously has a lot of good illustration rares. Fan favorite set. I kind of just realized that he's got shocks coming out of him while he's sleeping. I've never realized that. I don't think I really took a deep dive into this card. It's pretty cool. Nice little detail. The all-time high for this Raichu was $62 per market. High sell price was $83. And now we're looking at about probably a high 40s, low 50s card. About a $48 card for the Raichu. It's down from its all-time high. It's a fan favorite Pokemon. A lot of people love Raichu, and a lot of people love Paldea Evolved, so it could be a good time. Next up, we got Charmander from 151. So this one, this looks like one of those things in the hospital that boop, boop, boop. It literally just zigzagging. It is on the up and up right now, so we could be a little late on the Charmander, but I still think it could be a decent time to buy if you can get it at the right price. Lowest listed from a reputable seller is $60 basically. That only has 166 sales, so we got a couple hundred sales, 65. This one's moving pretty fast, guys. There's only about 4 from reputable sellers until you get to $70 for the Charmander. So this one's kind of moving pretty fast. Like I said, we could have missed our opportunity with Charmander, but who knows what could happen with this illustration rare once 151 goes out of rotation. Because if you can tell, there's really not much more 151 hitting the market at all, it seems like. It seems like whatever is out is kind of out. Sorry, allergies are kind of acting up, guys. So who knows what could happen with 151. Next up, we got Squirtle and his little bald head, little perfectly circular bald head. The high for the Squirtle was $58. High sale price $85. Lowest listed right now is basically $44. That's not too bad actually for the Squirtle. I feel like that's a tad underrated. Charmander's almost double that. I feel like that's kind of crazy. People love Squirtle, but like I said, I keep the same thing for every card that I've shown today. Perfect Storm, out of rotation, fan favorite Pokemon, fan favorite sets. Can't really go wrong with them because we got Bulbasaur, my favorite starter. Shout out to the Bulbasaur gang. Let me know in the comment section if Bulbasaur was your starter, because he was definitely mine. So high market price was $54. High sell price was basically $90. That's kind of crazy. Lowest listed from a reputable seller is basically $39. That's pretty cheap for Bulbasaur. I know Bulbasaur doesn't get a lot of love, but that's a pretty cheap card right there. That's not a bad price point to jump in at all, in my opinion. Next up, this card is really underrated, severely underrated. You got the Pikachu from 151. You have so many Pokemon in this card. It's kind of crazy. You got the Gengar, you got the Growlithe, you got Jiggly Wiggly, you got Psyduck over here. You got the Pidgeys, you got the Nidorans, Butterfree. You got a Blastoise back here, Slowpoke, Mr. Mime. There's somebody else I'm missing. It's kind of hard to look right here, but there's a lot of Pokemon. Oh, it's a Caterpie. I think it's literally a half a Caterpie right here. But really underrated card, pretty undervalued card in my opinion. Highest sell price was $53 basically. Actually, that was high market price. High sell price was $110. That's kind of, again, that's pretty outrageous. I can't lie. But lowest listed from reputable seller is $40. I don't see that. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. With the actual amount of Pokemon in this set and this card is kind of crazy. And I really wish they would have done a Gengar IR or SIR in this set. 151 could have been like Evolving Skies Part 2. If they would have done a Gengar. We still haven't gotten a Gyarados SIR. I'm kind of going on a rant right now. But where's my Gyarados SIR, guys? What are we doing here? Or they could have done a Dragonite one, too. I mean, they could have. 151 really could have been a crazy, crazy set if they wanted to. But I guess we'll just have to deal with it. But back to the video. Good price point to jump in. It's down from its previous highs. And the same thing, going out of rotation. Next up, the Psyduck. So, Psyduck's kind of getting a lot of hype right now. It's jumped up pretty drastically, I can't lie. And it's continuing on the up and up. Lowest listed from a reputable seller right now is $31 basically. Is this the all-time high? Yeah, we're in the currently all-time high. So, could be a bad time to buy the Psyduck right now. It's getting a lot of hype. But obviously, love Psyduck. Love him in the anime. He cracks me up every time he pops up. But it could be not the best time to buy right now. But if this card does drop at all, if it gets back to like right around here, the mid-20s, I do think that's a good time to buy. But right now, probably not the best time to buy. But keep an eye on it for sure, because who knows? Like I said, when 151 goes out of print, who knows what's going to happen? Because with how many fan favorite Pokemon have cards in that set, and how much pull it has to the community, we really don't know. And next up, one of my personal favorite illustration rares, the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. It's just a majestic looking card. I think that's the perfect word to describe this card, or Ninetales in general, is just majestic. It's such a nice looking card. It flows so well, and it's down from its all time high. It was at 35, then it got up to basically 32. High sale price is 50. Lowest listed right now from a reputable seller is 21. So that's not bad at all for the Ninetales. I actually think that's a tad underrated from Obsidian Flames, obviously going out of print. I've said that plenty of times because all these cards are going out of rotation, or all the sets are going out of rotation. So when that happens, usually the raw singles, like the high end, the ones that everybody's kind of chasing or really wants, kind of gets a bump. We saw it in Evolving Skies, saw it in Fusion Strike, saw it in Brilliant Stars, we saw it in all the previous sets. Once that print machine transfers to the new block or to the new era, whatever you want to call it, we usually see a bump in price. And now with the hype, and there was a bump in price back then when it was vintage boom. COVID was primarily a vintage boom. Now we're in modern day boom. So with the ceiling that it is, who knows what the bump will be? Like this, it was a slight bump back then. It could be another slight bump. It could be a big bump. We really don't know, but I'm really excited. I don't know, because like I said, these are good times to buy with everything kind of dropping and the rotation, and everything is going out of rotation here in about 4 months. So, like I said, I'm not telling you to go buy it. Do what you want. Do with the information that you will. But like I do think some of these cards, especially the top end cards, are decent buying points right now. I'm kind of going on a rant right now, but you guys have a really good night. I appreciate all the love and support as always. Peace.